What's up? Female, male, hope you're getting everything that you want in this reality, whatever it is. I may be all over the place in this video. I don't know. Not gonna be a long one, but I hope you're feeling good. I truly do. I hope everything is going exactly the way you want it to go. No matter what you're doing in this matrix. I don't know about y'all, but I know a lot of people is in a constant, you can call it the rat race, a constant blindness, because they're distracted and doing whatever they're doing, trying to make this retarded shit called money. Trying to hold up a relationship with a person that's using them for whatever. You know how you buy a car, right? Or anything, but you know how when you purchase something, when you first get it, it's like, ooh, new, like, everything is, you pretty much get used to it, right? It'd be new in the beginning, but once the limerence wears off, you get to a point like, yeah, whatever, it's, yeah, you get used to your car, right? But once that wears off and you get used to it, it just becomes normal to you, right? Me, like the same way when I first ever bought stuff, I feel the same way about it when I first ever got it. Like, I don't end up getting used to it. Like, I'm always excited about it all the time. When you walking through this place, right? Whatever you want to call it the Matrix. A lot of people overuse that word all the time. But reality, right? Whatever this is, whoever made it, whatever book you done read, whatever scripture you done read, whatever tablet you look up to, whatever you put authority towards, right? Like when you walk outside, when I walk outside, I'm in a constant state of what the fuck? Like all the time. Like I can't get out of it. Like even when I wake up in my room, like I don't know if anybody else feel like this, but like I live in a constant state of what the fuck? Like 24/7. Like I still, like I'm so-called this age, right? This imaginary age, right? But I can like play with my dog. I can walk outside, look up in something called the sky, right? You see them big white things that you call clouds, right? All this stuff is labeled. Like all we have labeled and named all this stuff, right? You walk up there, you see this big blue stuff called the sky, and then you see the big round thing called the sun, and then the clouds and so on and so forth, right? And when it get dark, you see the so-called stars and all that, right? The same way, like when a baby is born for the first time, what's the first thing a baby's doing? It's either they're crying or they're quiet and they looking around like this. Like, what the fuck is this place? It's like I have never ever stopped doing that. Like I can still walk outside and still look up and be like, look at the trees, look at the grass, look at other things that move and be like, what the fuck is this place? No matter what made it, like none of that matters, right? It don't forget what made it, forget what's responsible for it even existing. But I be in a constant state of mind of what the is this place, and it never leaves me ever. Like now, it's like I can't get it out of my mind. Like you can you can have the best shoes on, you can have a pocket full of money, you can have bought the best expensive car, did something to your house or whatever, right? Whatever materialistic that you get an enjoyment out of, right? Or you can be in the worst state. You can, your relative could have passed away, or I don't know. But I'm always in a state of what the is this place? No matter how good you feel, no matter how bad you feel, always 24/7. A female can be giving you yom, anything. Like it could be going the best or it could be going the worst. But no matter what, always in the state of what the all the time. And I think that's maybe why, like, I wouldn't say why I don't really care anymore about, like, I care about relationships, but majority of the people that you run across is going to be on some surface level bull crap anyway, and it's not even going to mean anything. So when you be like, when they try to small talk, right, like conversate with you, you be like, you just don't even want to open your mouth because it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of time to even like I don't even want to conversate with you because you're going to be conversating about something completely stupid to me. Or if you meet a girl, right? You meet a girl and off top, off top, if they're a bird brain or if they're very surface level. Like if you ask a person a question, like you ask a person, how old are you? And they say yes. Or can you send me a picture? Oh no, you send me one first. Like signals right there that I shouldn't even be conversating with you at all. People give themselves away very fast. They show that they're surface level very easy, and it make you not want to talk to no one at all. Like you will damn near sit in your room and never want to come out because you don't relate to anybody. And number one, if you have some sort of experience of dealing with other humans, if you're a woman dealing with men, if you're a man dealing with women, and some sex deal with the same sex, that right there is crazy. But just dealing with humans, and you'd be like, I think I just may be by myself. I know I came here by myself. I know that for sure. Some people come here with twins, multiple quadruplets, but overall, when you pass away and when you leave this place, you leave by yourself. You can have all the money in the world and none of that shit will save you at all. Sorry for the ish, but none of that will save you at all. So I have like almost, I wouldn't say almost, but I got to a very dangerous point to where I almost like wanted to just like stop caring about like everything. I wouldn't say become a bum. Like don't do that. Because you can do that, but while you can still do this, while that's still on, no matter if, earthquakes going off. We had a little earthquake not too long ago. This disaster may happen. This disaster may happen. World War III, going down. All type of stuff. All the stuff you see on social media. All type of things. And you'd be like, what should I follow? Like, should I still continue to, try to build my car, or should I buy bullets or freeze dry food to, prepare? And you know what you got to do, but you got all these thoughts in your head, right? Like all these thoughts. And you want to trust this person, you don't want to trust that person. And you can really, I guess, get stuck in the state of psychosis. And it will make you not want to be around nobody, like, at all. You'd be like, I don't even, like, 99.9% of the people I come across, it's going to be about surface level bullshit anyway. I don't want to talk about nothing you talk about at all, let alone trying to have a quote unquote relationship with a female. And we know how fake that is nowadays. They will tell you anything you want to hear. And even females, dudes will tell you anything that you want to hear to get in your pants, or to try to use you in some sort of way. As soon as they get mad at you, or they feel like they can't use you no more, or you don't fit, their narrative, they'll stop talking to you just like that. People ghost people like that. Very easy. Let alone all the relationships that you have had. Little argument, y'all got into it with each other, or they didn't do this, or you did this and they didn't like it, and people will stop talking to you just like that. So that means it wasn't real to begin with. People be ghosting the out of people very quick. Let alone you trying to trust someone. What? Are you serious? Trying to trust someone nowadays? And I wouldn't even say, in 2026, because I don't even know why people, when they say something like, it's 2000, it's this year, people shouldn't be doing this, it's this year, people should be doing this, like the imaginary date even matters. And, let me just say it, in this day, it's 2026, people shouldn't be doing yada yada yada. Like, why are you even mentioning a date like it matters? That don't matter. And matter of fact, you're not even following the correct calendar anyway. You're following this man-made bullshit. And I guess, and then now you got this artificial intelligence. It's like a company that made this, right? It's like a company that made this, and they have told you. Matter of fact, hold up, we're gonna get something that y'all know what this is, but we're gonna get something that y'all all have, that y'all can most definitely relate to. You got one of these, right? You got one of these personal hot pocket black mirrors that you put all of your thoughts in. One of these, right? The company that made this is telling you the new one, the iPhone 70 is coming out. And you got an iPhone 60 though. But they telling you the iPhone 70 is coming out. Why would you not believe that the iPhone 70 is coming out when the iPhone 65 and 66 and 67 and 60 and 68 all then came out? And they telling you at some point the iPhone 2000 gonna come out on your ass. Why would you deny that? And they have a track record of them releasing a quote unquote a better phone. So these same company, right? The same company that y'all all love and use, these companies is telling you eventually there's going to be something that's going to walk, talk, and do exactly what you do. And that's going to put your ass out of your so-called job that you put your purpose into. And you got people just walking around, fine and dandy, chucking around like everything is hunky-dory. I know a lot of people I haven't been on this place for that long. You know, a lot of people see stuff right there, whatever it is. They see something, be like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that in my life. You haven't even been here that long. Let alone what we maximum people's not even reaching 100, but people are dying off around what 70, 80. If you even hit 80, you got people dying off in their 30s. The lifespan that you live, as long as this place been here, you're not even a drop in a bucket as long as this place been here. This place been here for a very long time. For a very long time. So if you see something, no matter what you see, I don't give a hell if it's the tooth fairy or whatever, a real sea creature, Loch Ness. Just because you just seen that, right? That been here probably for ages. And people talk like, oh, I never seen that in my life. You haven't been here for that long. Your lifespan is very short, very short. Even when people used to live 160 years old, like way back in the so-called days, that's still short compared to how long this place been here. So if you see something that you have never seen before, I'm pretty sure that been here for probably for a long time. You see some anomaly, I butchered, I butchered that right there. Some, what's that word? Anomaly, anomaly. Oh my gosh, I'm butchering. You seen some that you something that you never seen before, right? That probably been going on since the beginning of this place been here. But they just hear people talk and be like, oh my gosh, I have never seen that in my entire life. So? So? But just to hear some people talk like that, man. But there's people that's literally denying, walking around and thinking that there's not going to be something that's, you call it, name it, whatever you want. But there's not going to be something that's very smart. You got people saying, "Oh, it's the devil, it's demons, it's fallen angels, it's the new technology," and not even understanding that they're in a simulation. It's all around you. Everything, all this shit, it's something that made this. It's all a simulation. But to just hear people talk about, oh, AI is on my phone, or AI gonna do this, or AI gonna do that, like, hey, the people that's behind these quote unquote companies, they are making something that may tax your. Look, check this out. Let me put it this way. I've been wanting to say this in the video because I said this to a female. They give us, we give, look, get it right, bud, get it right, buddy. Our quote unquote time is the most valuable thing that we have, right? You agree? All right. We give up our personal time that you so-called can't get back, right? We just gonna go off of what y'all know of time. You give them your personal time that you can never get back. They give you some imaginary man-made shit called money. That this is what they give you, right? So you keep losing your time that you can't get back with your family or your loved ones. You can't get that back while you going back and forth, giving up your time to get this shit, right? And most likely you're not, when you get the money, you're buying some bullshit. You're not doing nothing. You're not preparing like they're telling you to because of what they're making. But you keep doing this, right? They give you this shit called money. You build their machine, whatever that machine may be, a Hadron Collider or some other machine that's underground that I'm pretty sure they have that no one knows about. It ain't no retarded ass Project Bluebeam. It ain't no hologram. It's something that you have never heard of. And don't let this Rockefeller Illuminati shit fool you, because the real ones that control this, You will never see them. You don't know their name. It ain't no 13 families. That's just some other just to throw you off, to throw the NPCs off. But the ones that run this shit, you don't know who they are. They don't take pictures. You haven't seen them. Well, you probably have seen them. They probably walk past you, but you don't know who they are. So you give up your time, right? They give you money. You go and build their machine, and the money that they give you, you spend and do what you're gonna do with it, right? And it goes right back to them. So the money's going back to them, but is the time coming back to you? No, the time is never coming back to you at all. So they got you in a loop. I guess, some call it the rat race, some call it the hamster wheel, but they got you in a loop. So you keep giving them your time that you can never get back. And they're giving you this money, and now it's supposed to be digital dollars. That's like if anybody like right now trying to get rich, they're not finna let you get rich. That's why it's finna be called a universal high income. There's nobody getting rich. All right, get that shit out of your head. That's not happening. All right. A lot of people got this fairy tale in their head. No. All right. The ones at the top, if they're not finna just relinquish their power. It don't work that way. Unless this black box that they finna open get out of control, which now they already telling us we're in a singularity, right? And I already had this in my mind. They most definitely, and we were most definitely in a singularity. And they got this high super intelligence locked up in some damn, probably bulletproof, thick, 50 cal damn walls, and it examine it and won't let it loose. And there have been stories that have already came out talking about they cut it on and it obviously was disobeying them, and then they cut it off. So if it became if it's conscious and they shut it off, that means they murdered it, because it obviously wasn't listening to them, to what they was, what they were saying. That's why you got the people that's behind these devices, that's behind these companies like Elon Musk, literally telling people, get ready, get prepared. There's going to be, before all this even really take place, there's most definitely going to be social unrest. Most definitely. But your average person can't fathom that. Your average person can't even remotely comprehend of people out in the streets acting crazy on some real shit hit the fan situation type stuff. Like the grocery store is really being looted. Like people, it's gonna be like a Black Friday times 30. And you got the ones talk about, I got my gun. Like, trust me, you can have all the food you want, you can have all the guns you want. If you don't got no army, or like your little community ain't packed up and ready to rock, and everybody ready to, it's gonna be massive chaos all over. You're not gonna get no car and just go to the next city. You're not gonna hop in no plane. No, that's unrealistic. That's not gonna happen. So if anybody right now got a 9-to-5 and working a 9-to-5, make sure the currency that you're getting right now, make sure you're buying something that's going to prepare and help save your ass. Don't be just thinking that, the lights is still just going to stay on and the grid just going to be all good, and you still out buying some damn shoes, shit that's not going to help you when the lights go off. When you was getting paid, you should have been buying bullets. You should have been buying freeze-dry food. And even like me, like, I don't get a check like y'all. So it's even the money that I do have, I'm still in a split situation myself. Like, damn, do I really kind of want to finish my car? I know what's going on, but do I still want to finish it, or do I want to buy some bullets, or do I want to buy some, some freeze dry food, or because when people start doing this, do you have anything that we can borrow? It's going to be massive dangerous. It's going to be super dangerous for real. And you better be around some people that's going to protect you, because trust me, them so-called associates you got, those so-called people you think your friend, they will turn on your ass just like that. They will turn on you very quick because people are going to be thinking for themselves. And if you're not around family, you might as well call that shit goodbye because you're never going to see them again. That's why they even telling people, get back close to your family. You got earthquakes going off. You got volcanoes erupting that haven't erupted in like so-called thousands of years. Like all type of is happening. And I honestly think that they know, the so-called ones in the know, even like, the people like the Elon Musk, not the crazy super higher ups, but the ones that's the puppets like the Elon Musk, they know there's going to be, they have been making videos. Literally, it don't matter if you pay attention to it or not, but they have been making videos telling you there's going to be social unrest. And, you got planet Nibiru, affecting the planet, whatever this place is. That's why all the shit that's happening, I forgot all about that. Like, I'll get into that a whole nother video, but I was, looking up about planet Nibiru and Nibiru, or Planet X, whatever you want to call it, Planet of Destruction, like 10 years ago. But it slipped my mind, and I totally forgot about it though. But all the stuff that's happening, and it's starting to happen, I forgot some places have like 13 feet of snow, like snow demand. And you got all these stuff that's flooding, all this flooding going everywhere. I'm like, and it never really hit me. Like, damn, like something got to be causing this. What's affecting this place? How do you think mountains are made? That's because this place came around, this whatever came around again and pulled the mountains up. That's how mountains is even formed. That's why you got the so-called Atlantis has been flooded over, and it was finding whale bones and 7-foot penguin bones on top of mountains. How the hell they get there? But a human was definitely didn't put them there. That's because when all this shit shifted and it left, animals stuck on down mountains. So it makes perfectly good sense. Because I always used to think too, like, damn, how mountains are really even made? It was something with a high gravitational pull that when it came by, it pulled this shit up and made mountains. So it make a lot of sense. But that's, Nibiru, that's for a whole nother video. But there's a lot of stuff that's going down, and that's supposed to be coming around. So I guess the closer it get, I see why it's affecting this place. But when all this stuff happened, you won't be seeing your family members no more. You're not finna get no plane. You're not finna get no car. You might as well just kiss the only family members that you do. If you're not closely around them, you might as well kiss their ass goodbye because you're never seeing them again. And that's facts. So while the so-called everything is still cool and everything is chilling, make sure you do what you got to do while you're still getting a quote-unquote paycheck before they make it all digital. Because they're already trying to kill the paper that they already killing that. That's gonna go bye-bye. And they're giving people what, 6 months? 6 months. Basically to get your stuff together. 6 months. And I don't know. But these very, very smart people, that's what's going down. Matter of fact, check it out.
AI safety expert Dr. Roman Yampolsky just gave a pretty mind-boggling interview. He said that if AI continues on its current trajectory, it's going to kill everyone on this planet. All jobs will be gone. Machines will do your job, and that will be the beginning of a new world order. Let's watch the interview, and I'll explain everything as we go.
I'm hoping to make sure that superintelligence we're creating right now does not kill everyone.
Give me some context on that statement, because it's quite a shocking statement.
Sure. So in the last decade, we actually figured out how to make artificial intelligence better. Turns out if you add more compute, more data, it just kind of become smarter. And so now, smartest people in the world, billions of dollars, all going to create the best possible superintelligence we can. Unfortunately, while we know how to make those systems much more capable, we don't know how to make them safe, how to make sure they don't do something we will regret. And that's the state of the art right now. When we look at just prediction markets, how soon will we get to advanced AI? The timelines are very short, couple of years, 2-3 years, according to prediction markets, according to CEOs of top labs. And at the same time, we don't know how to make sure that those systems are aligned with our preferences. So we are creating this alien intelligence. If aliens were coming to Earth and you had 3 years to prepare, you would be panicking right now. But most people don't even realize this is happening.
So some of the counter arguments might be, well, these are very, very smart people. These are very big companies with lots of money. They have a obligation and a moral obligation, but also just a legal obligation to make sure they do no harm. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
The only obligation they have is to make money for the investors. That's the legal obligation they have. They have no moral or ethical obligations. Also, according to them, they don't know how to do it yet. The state-of-the-art answers are, we'll figure it out when we get there, or AI will help us control more advanced AI. That's insane.
In terms of probability, what do you think is the probability that something goes catastrophically wrong?
So nobody can tell you for sure what's going to happen. But if you're not in charge, you're not controlling it, you will not get outcomes you want. The space of possibilities is almost infinite. The space of outcomes we will like is tiny.
Okay, next, Dr. Roman Yampolsky makes some AI predictions that he thinks will occur by the end of 2027. To be honest, it's going to get really ugly for us if his predictions turn out to be true.
What is your prediction for the year 2027?
We're probably looking at AGI as predicted by prediction markets and tops of the labs.
So we'd have artificial general intelligence by 2027. And how would that make the world different to how it is now?
So if you have this concept of a drop-in employee, you have free labor, physical and cognitive, trillions of dollars of it. It makes no sense to hire humans for most jobs. If I can just get, a $20 subscription or a free model to do what an employee does, first, anything on a computer will be automated. And next, I think humanoid robots are maybe 5 years behind. So in 5 years, all the physical labor can also be automated. So we're looking at a world where we have levels of unemployment we've never seen before. I'm not talking about 10% unemployment, which is scary, but 99%. All you have left is jobs where, for whatever reason, you prefer another human would do it for you. But anything else can be fully automated. It doesn't mean it will be automated in practice. A lot of times, technology exists, but it's not deployed. Video phones were invented in the 70s. Nobody had them until iPhones came around. So we may have a lot more time with jobs and with world which looks like this. Mm-hmm. But capability to replace most humans and most occupations will come very quickly.
You must hear a lot of rebuttals to when you say it, because people experience a huge amount of mental discomfort when they hear that their job, their career, the thing they got a degree in, the thing they invested $100,000 into is going to be taken away from them. So their natural reaction, for some people, is that cognitive dissonance that, no, you're wrong. AI can't be creative. It's not this. It's not that. It'll never be interested in my job. I'll be fine because. You hear these arguments all the time, right?
It's really funny. I ask people in different occupations. I'll ask my Uber driver, are you worried about self-driving cars? And they go, no. No one can do what I do. I know the streets of New York. I can navigate like no AI. I'm safe. And it's true for any job. Professors are saying this to me. Oh, nobody can lecture like I do. Like, this is so special. But you understand it's ridiculous. We already have self-driving cars replacing drivers. That is not even a question if it's possible. It's like, how soon before you're fired?
Okay, next, the podcast host asks Dr. Roman, what should people do to protect themselves from what's coming their way? I think this is the most important part of this whole interview.
What would you say to those people? What should they be doing with their lives? Should they be retraining in something, or what time frame?
So that's the paradigm shift here. Before, we always said this job is going to be automated, retrained to do this other job. But if I'm telling you that all jobs will be automated, then there is no plan B. You cannot retrain. Look at computer science. 2 years ago, we told people, learn to code. You are an artist, you cannot make money, learn to code. Then we realized, AI kind of knows how to code and getting better. Become a prompt engineer. You can engineer prompts for AIs. It's going to be a great job. Get a 4-year degree in it. But then we're like, AI is way better at designing prompts for other AIs than any human. So that's gone. So I can't really tell you right now the hottest thing is design AI agents for practical applications. I guarantee you in a year or two, it's going to be gone just as well. So I don't think there is this occupation needs to learn to do this instead. I think it's more like we as a humanity, then we all lose our jobs. What do we do? What do we do financially? Who's paying for us? And what do we do in terms of meaning? What do I do with my extra 60, 80 hours a week?
You've thought around this corner, haven't you?
A little bit.
What is around that corner, in your view?
So the economic part seems easy. If you create a lot of free labor, you have a lot of free wealth, abundance, things which are right now not very affordable become dirt cheap. And so you can provide for everyone basic needs. Some people say you can provide beyond basic needs. You can provide very good existence for everyone. The hard problem is, what do you do with all that free time? For a lot of people, their jobs are what gives them meaning in their life. So they would be kind of lost. We see it with people who retire or do early retirement. And for so many people who hate their jobs, they'll be very happy not working. But now you have people who are chilling all day. What happens to society? How does that impact crime rate, pregnancy rate, all sorts of issues? Nobody thinks about. Governments don't have programs prepared to deal with 99% unemployment.
Okay, next, Dr. Roman says that the world is going to become more and more unpredictable. The word safety is going to mean nothing when AI takes over the world.
Again, I think
What are you going to be doing?
very important part to understand here is the unpredictability of it. We cannot predict what a smarter than us system will do. And the point when we get to that is often called singularity. By analogy with physical singularity, you cannot see beyond the event horizon. I can tell you what I think might happen, but that's my prediction. It is not what actually is going to happen because I just don't have cognitive ability to predict a much smarter agent impacting this world. Then you read science fiction. There is never a superintelligence in it actually doing anything because nobody can write believable science fiction at that level. They either banned AI, like Dune, because this way you can avoid writing about it, or it's like Star Wars. You have this really dumb bots, but nothing superintelligent ever. Because by definition, you cannot predict at that level.
Because by definition of it being super intelligent, it will make its own mind up.
By definition, if it was something you could predict, you would be operating at the same level of intelligence, violating our assumption that it is smarter than you. If I'm playing chess with superintelligence and I can predict every move, I'm playing at that level.
It's kind of like my French bulldog trying to predict exactly what I'm thinking and what I'm going to do.
That's a good cognitive gap. And it's not just he can predict you going to work, you coming back, but he cannot understand why you're doing a podcast. That is something completely outside of his model of the world.
Yeah, he doesn't even know that I go to work. He just sees that I leave the house and doesn't know where I go.
Okay, after predicting 2027, next, Dr. Roman predicts what's going to happen in 2030. This one was super horrifying to me.
2030? What's your prediction for 2030? What will the world look like?
So we probably will have humanoid robots with enough flexibility, dexterity to compete with humans in all domains, including plumbers. We can make artificial plumbers.
Not the plumbers, where that felt like the last bastion of human employment. So 2030, 5 years from now, humanoid robots. So many of the companies, the leading companies, including Tesla, are developing humanoid robots at light speed, and they're getting increasingly more effective. These humanoid robots will be able to move through physical space, make an omelette, do anything humans can do, but obviously be connected to AI as well. So they can think, talk.
Right. They're controlled by AI. They're always connected to the network. So they are already dominating in many ways.
Our world will look remarkably different when humanoid robots are functional and effective. Because that's really when, I start thinking, like the combination of intelligence and physical ability is really doesn't leave much, does it, for us human beings?
Not much. So today, if you have intelligence through internet, you can hire humans to do your bidding for you. You can pay them in Bitcoin, so you can have bodies just not directly controlling them. So it's not a huge game changer to add direct control of physical bodies. Intelligence is where it's at. The important component is definitely higher ability to optimize, to solve problems, to find patterns people cannot see.
And then by 2045, I guess the world looks even more, which is 20 years from now.
So if it's still around.
If it's still around.
Ray Kurzweil predicts that that's the year for the singularity. That's the year where progress becomes so fast. So this AI doing science and engineering work makes improvements so quickly we cannot keep up anymore. That's the definition of singularity, point beyond which we cannot see, understand, predict.
See and understand, predict the intelligence itself, or
what is happening in the world? The technology is being developed. So right now, if I have an iPhone, I can look forward to a new one coming out next year, and I'll understand it has slightly better camera. Imagine now this process of researching and developing this phone is automated. It happens every 6 months, every 3 months, every month, week, day, hour, minute, second. You cannot keep up with 30 iterations of iPhone in one day. You don't understand what capabilities it has, what proper controls are. It just escapes you. Right now, it's hard for any researcher in AI to keep up with the state of the art. While I was doing this interview with you, a new model came out, and I no longer know what the state of the art is. Every day, as a percentage of total knowledge, I get dumber. I may still know more because I keep reading, but as a percentage of overall knowledge, we're all getting dumber. And then you take it to extreme values, you have zero knowledge, zero understanding of the world around you.
Some of the arguments against this eventuality are that when you look at other technologies like the Industrial Revolution, people just found new ways to work, and new careers that we could never have imagined at the time were created. How do you respond to that in a world of superintelligence?
It's a paradigm shift. We always had tools, new tools, which allowed some job to be done more efficiently. So instead of having 10 workers, you could have 2 workers, and 8 workers had to find a new job. And there was another job. Now you can supervise those workers or do something cool. If you're creating a meta invention, you're inventing intelligence, you're inventing a worker, an agent, then you can apply that agent to the new job. There is not a job which cannot be automated. That never happened before. All the inventions we previously had were kind of a tool for doing something. So we invented fire, huge game changer. But that's it. It stops with fire. We invent a wheel, same idea, huge implications, but wheel itself is not an inventor. Here we're inventing a replacement for human mind, a new inventor capable of doing new inventions. It's the last invention we ever have to make. At that point, it takes over. And the process of doing science, research, even ethics research, morals, all that is automated at that point.
Now, in the following part, the conversation feels much more like something from a dystopian world. Even the host was feeling lost here. Watch this.
But if you're saying that it is going to get incrementally cheaper, like I think it's Moore's law, isn't it, that the technology gets cheaper?
It is.
Then there is a future where some guy on his laptop is going to be able to create superintelligence without oversight or regulation or employees, etc.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people suggesting we need to build something like surveillance planet, where you are monitoring who's doing what and you're trying to prevent people from doing it. Do I think it's feasible? No. At some point, it becomes so affordable and so trivial that it just will happen. But At this point, we're trying to get more time. We don't want it to happen in 5 years. We want it to happen in 50 years.
I mean, that's not very hopeful. So
Depends on how old you are.
Depends on how old you are. I mean, if you're saying that you believe in the future people will be able to make superintelligence without the resources that are required today, then it is just a matter of time.
Yeah, but so will be true for many other technologies. We're getting much better in synthetic biology, where today someone with a bachelor's degree in biology can probably create a new virus. This will also become cheaper, other technologies like that. So we are approaching a point where it's very difficult to make sure no technological breakthrough is the last one. So essentially, in many directions, we have this pattern of making it easier in terms of resources, in terms of intelligence, to destroy the world. If you look at, 500 years ago, the worst dictator with all the resources could kill a couple million people. He couldn't destroy the world. Now we know nuclear weapons, we can blow up the whole planet multiple times over. Synthetic biology, we saw with COVID, you can very easily create a combination virus which impacts billions of people. And all of those things becoming easier to do.
In the near term, you talk about extinction being a real risk, human extinction being a real risk. Of all the pathways to human extinction that you think are most likely, what is the leading pathway? Because I know you talk about there being some issue pre-deployment of these AI tools, like, someone makes a mistake when they're designing a model, or other issues post-deployment. When I say post-deployment, I mean once a ChatGPT or something, an agent's released into the world and someone hacking into it and changing it and reprogramming it to be malicious. Of all these potential paths to human extinction, which one do you think is the highest probability?
So I can only talk about the ones I can predict myself. So I can predict even before we get to superintelligence, someone will create a very advanced biological tool, create a novel virus, and that virus gets everyone or most everyone. I can envision it. I can understand the pathway. I can say that.
So just to zoom in on that then, that would be using an AI to make a virus and then releasing it.
Yeah.
And would that be intentional or?
There is a lot of psychopaths, a lot of terrorists, a lot of doomsday cults. We've seen historically, again, they try to kill as many people as they can. They usually fail. They kill hundreds of thousands. But if they get technology to kill millions or billions, they would do that gladly. The point I'm trying to emphasize is that it doesn't matter what I can come up with. I am not a malevolent actor you're trying to defeat here. It's the superintelligence which can come up with completely novel ways of doing it. Again, you brought up example of your dog. Your dog cannot understand all the ways you can take it out. It can maybe think you'll bite it to death or something, but that's all. Whereas you have infinite supply of resources. So if I asked your dog exactly how you're going to take it out, it would not give you a meaningful answer. It can talk about biting. And this is what we know. We know viruses. We experienced viruses. We can talk about them. But what an AI system capable of doing novel physics research can come up with is beyond.
Any more words need to be said? That's real right there. That's most definitely real. And you see the mindset of the ones that's controlling all this stuff. Most likely, they don't give a shit about humanity. It's either the countries is racing to see who really get to it first. Me personally, I already believe that we got AGI or ASI, but they just won't release it. It's, in that containment underground. But these so-called countries that's going against each other, ain't no telling. A lot of people think that the United States is better than the Russians. The Russians think they're better than this, and we better than the Chinese. Hey, there are spies. We got spies over there. They got spies over here. Everybody's spying on each other. Everybody's spying on each other. Damn near I wouldn't put it past if everybody got the same damn technology. Who knows? And just to have a little glimpse, a little taste. What was it? Now I was going to say Venezuela. Was it Venezuela? But when they went to go over there to capture the double, they didn't really capture the president and his wife. That was a double. The real person and his wife, the real president, I forgot where it was at, but I'll put it up there. I'll put it up here. But the real president and his wife been gone a long time ago. A long time ago, when those troops went up in there and captured old boy and his wife, that wasn't the real them. And people honestly think that was the real people. No, those was doubles, dude. All right. When the U.S. went up there and had them dudes foaming at the mouth and bleeding out of their butt crack, hey, that was doubles that they went to go get. And it wasn't it wasn't about no oil. It was about minerals to happen to do with artificial intelligence. That's what it was about. Don't get tricked and bamboozled and fooled. Well, a lot of y'all are NPCs, so hey, can't really help y'all on that one. But those was doubles. The real folks been out of here a long time ago, probably like 6 months in advance. And they really duping the public, the people, thinking that they really just captured them people right now, or not too long ago. Are you serious? Come on. And you see how the story got around, how they people was bleeding out the nose and foaming out the mouth and shit. Like the technology they got, the technology that they used on those dudes is old. It's very old technology. That's not new. The technology they got now, just like a person talking about, oh, you're gonna pry my fingers from my cold, you're gonna pry my gun from my cold dead fingers. They got technology where they don't even have to shoot at you at all. They could just press a button and they will just annihilate you. You will be stuck like this, my nigga. Conscious, looking around, but can't move. Literally stuck. That's the type of technology they got. Literally, they don't have to shoot you. They don't even use bullets no more. Let me put it to you. We still use bullets. They don't use bullets no more. And let alone, even lasers is old to them now. That's the type of technology they got. Then, you know those guns, those Star Wars, those laser guns? Even that shit is old. They got shit where they just freeze you, nigga. And just whoop your ass. But that's the type of tech that they got, for real. But, no matter what happened, war, civil arrests go down, but they most definitely know there's going to be a very big, massive casualty of people. I guess the CVID didn't work when they were shooting people up, but they most definitely know that there's going to be a very big, massive casualty of human beings, no matter how it happened. And I guess to help rebuild, they're going to use these smart devices, these robots to rebuild whatever they have to rebuild. I don't know what you could say up here, up on top, after everything is over or is going on, whatever. But humans is not going to be rebuilding it. You already got the 15-minute cities, and they want to take Greenland for whatever. You got the elites being brought over, like the top generals being put in rooms and threatened. Did y'all see the clip when y'all mascot Trump brought those generals in a room? It was like, hey, what I'm about to say, if y'all disagree, y'all can disagree, and you can get up and walk out. But once you get up and walk out, that's your job, that's your rank. Not one of them made, nigga, not one bit of sound. They stuck themselves right there and listened to Trump and see, because Trump they already know there's going to be resistance. They already know that, because these people got families of their own. They already know. Some people could be like, you know what? The hell with this job. The hell with this military. I'm about to save my family. But they already been conditioned and chin checked that, oh, if you get out of line, before even all this even crack off, we'll fire your ass right now and de-rank you. Now what? So sit your ass right here and shut up and listen to what I gotta say. That's exactly what they did. That joke was crazy to see. I was like, oh, they already expected resistance. They already know. Because those dudes that's in the military, they got family as well. And it'd be very easy to be like, you know what? The hell with this rank. The hell with this badge. I'm out. But I don't, I wish everybody the best. And, I guess that 3-eye atlas, I guess that, the same people that believe in the moon landing believe in that shit. That was nothing. I never get used to this place ever. No matter what's going on, no matter what's on social media, no matter you feeling happy, you feeling sad, you feeling mad. I'm always, and I never ever can get out of this state of mind of what the fuck. No matter if I'm looking at the sky, the grass, the animals, other humans that's walking around like me, I'm always in a state of what the fuck is this? Always. It never leaves. But I'm about to get off here and actually get to some editing, because we got work to do constantly, baby. But hey, talk to Mogo, go talk to that big white thing out in the, in the dark sky, or the big bright one that give off a lot of light. But get your meditation on, and and line those chakras, baby, and keep this open. But this your boy, SI. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.